Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good evening, fellow congressmen. The proposed legislative measure seeks to establish an independent Maharlika investment fund by investing national funds that adheres to the principles of good governance, transparency, and accountability. Initially, the fund shall be sourced from the investable funds of select government financial institutions, the BSP, and other sources of funds as provided. By pooling the investable funds from GFIs and channeling this to diversified financial assets and development projects such as real estate and infrastructure, it contributes to a prudent and transparent management of government resources. When the MIF bill was referred to the House Committee on Banks and Financial Institutions, several amendments were introduced. The amendments include the change in the capitalization and funding, which shall be sourced from the Land Bank of the Philippines and the Development Bank of the Philippines. Change in the board composition, wherein the Secretary of Finance shall sit as the chairperson, and adding more independent directors from the private sector. Adding that the Maharlika Investment Corporation shall be exempted from the GOCC Governance Act of 2011 except Sections 15, 19, 25, and 26 on the fiduciary duties of the board and officers, full disclosure and special audit, among others, and removing the exemption from the Philippine Competition Act, among others. There are several safeguards embodied in the MIF to ensure its transparency and accountability. The MIF provides that it will comply with the guidelines that assign best practices for the operation of the Sovereign Wealth Fund as provided in the Santiago Principles. Also, the MWF will be governed by a 15-member board selected according to the strict criteria of knowledge and professional experience in investment management and financial matters. It will be subject to rigorous accountability requirements. Further, it shall be required to publish its annual report, and its financial and investment performance will be audited by an independent external audit firm, internal auditor, and the Commission on Audit. MIF is also mandated to provide regular and timely information on its website and other platforms for the public to be well informed. Finance Secretary Benjamin E. Jokno said in a press briefing that the establishment of a sovereign wealth fund is a tried and tested investment vehicle that has been used by the governments in both first world and developing countries to achieve their economic objectives. As the Philippines secures its place not only as the rising star of Asia, but as a real economic leader in the Asia-Pacific, the creation of the MIF becomes imperative. Considering the foregoing, the immediate approval of this bill to create the Maharlika Investment Fund is earnestly recommended. Thank you very much.